Welcome back. Today we're going to go over combining like terms. Basically we're going to be simplifying some expressions by combining the terms that are containing in there. So the very first thing, some key ideas, we need some vocabulary for this one. A coefficient is the number in front of a variable. A constant is the number without a variable. And then terms, they are separated by plus or minus signs. And then like terms, they are the same variable with the same power or just constants without a variable. So, starting out, simplify the expression 7n plus 4n. I notice that on here there are several terms, or a couple. So we have 7n plus 4n, and that means there's two terms. We have a 7n here, separated by that plus sign, 4n here, it's a positive 4n. So I have two terms. That means that also they both have an n, so those are both like terms. So I'm going to go ahead and put a box around both of those. Now once I have that, I can then go ahead and just set up finding the coefficients and the constants here. Coefficients, we have a 7 for the number in front of this n, and then we have a 4, a positive 4, in front of the other n. And then there are no constants, so I'm going to go ahead and put none there because there's no numbers without variables here. And then I can move on to the next one where I go ahead and add these. I have 7n plus 4n. When I get those added together, I get a grand total of 11n. So we have here a simplified expression from this original one. Next example. Simplify the expression 7k minus 4k plus 15. How many terms are there? Well, if I separate the minus sign here and that plus sign there, I find out that we have 1, 2, 3 terms. And so from those 3 terms, that means that we're going to have 2 like terms. This one has a k, that one has a k. They're both like terms. And then this constant here does not have any other terms that are alike, so they're just slightly different. I can go ahead and put the coefficients and the constants. We have a 7 in front of a k and a negative 4 in front of a k, so those are our 2 coefficients. And then our constant 15, keeping it color coordinated so you can kind of see where everything came from. I then can set up my problem, and I'll set it up a little bit different. So I'll have 7k minus 4k, and then next to that I'll have my positive 15. And just like addition here, I'll go addition and subtraction. 7k minus 4k gives me 3k, and then this 15 plus 15, and then there's nothing there. I'm going to go ahead and just bring that 15 down for a final answer of 3k plus 15. Next example. Simplify the expression 10y plus 3 plus 4 plus 6y. How many terms are there? Well, separating out that plus sign, the next plus sign, and the last plus sign, I notice there are 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. And so those 4 terms, I'm going to have 10y. A like term to 10y would be 6y because they both have that variable. And then I also notice that 3, this is a positive 3, it's a like term to this 4 because both of those don't have any variables, so those are like terms. And then from there, the coefficients and the constants, I have a 10 in front of the y, I have a positive 6 in front of that y, so I'm going to include those. And then I also have a positive 3 and a positive 4. Once I have that, I can set up my problem. 10y, I'm going to go ahead and add 6y to that, so right below there. And then I'm also going to have the 3 and the 4 put together. So 10y plus 6y gives me 16y, and then 3 plus 4 gives me 7. So now I have a grand total of 16y plus 7. I can't combine these though because they are not like terms. They both don't have the same variable, so this is my final answer here. Our last example, 4n plus 6 plus n minus 3 minus 2n. We're going to simplify that by finding out how many terms. So I know that there are 5 total terms. Separating each one of those out, I can count that there's 5. I then also see that 4n is a like term to plus n, and is also a like term to minus 2n. And so from there, I can also see plus 6 and minus 3 are also like terms. And then coefficients and constants. We have a 4n, and then we have this hidden one here. We have a little ninja one that's hidden. There's a 1, and then that negative 2 is in front of that last n here. Our constants are a positive 6 and a negative 3. And now that I have that, I can go ahead and set up my problem. I have 4n plus n minus 2n. That's all 3 of those like terms put together. and then a 6 and a 3. So I have a plus 6 and a minus 3. I'm going to put all of this together into one problem, and I know that 4 plus 1 is 5, minus 2 is 3, so I have 3n, and then 6 minus 3 gives me a positive 3, for a final answer of 3n plus 3. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section below. Have a great day.